Have you ever imagined how different your life could look like just 5 years from now if you simply pressed a record button today? Because here's the truth. The biggest regret most people will have is not posting embarrassing videos. It's not posting them at all. In this video, I'm gonna share 5 life-changing reasons why you need to start a YouTube channel even if nobody is watching yet. Those reasons are completely mind-blowing and they literally can change the trajectory of your whole life. It will cost nothing. It literally is gonna cost nothing, but the results and returns on investment is mind-blowing. What actually becomes expensive with time for us is staying comfortable, because comfort now can be a very big regret 5 or 10 years later. Reason number 1, communication skills. Your communication skills will skyrocket. YouTube is gonna improve your highest leverage skill, communication. This one skill alone can change your career, your network, your income, your confidence. Speaking is high leverage skill because it multiplies everything you do. What high leverage actually means? In simple terms, it means one skill impacts many areas of your life. Not 1-to-1 effort, but more like 1-to-10 effort. So training our speaking on YouTube can remove our biggest internal blocks, like fear of being seen, fear of visibility, fear of speaking publicly. So when we train our speaking on YouTube, we're not just trained to talk, how to talk, we rewire our fear of visibility. And this is connected to psychology. The more you speak, you see yourself, you hear yourself, the less your brain reacts with fear. It changes how you see yourself because your identity is shifting, your self-image is updating. YouTube will sharpen your articulation and communication skills because when you consistently speak on camera, something happens. Your thinking becomes clearer. Your confidence becomes embodied. Your message becomes sharper. And your body learns that visibility is safe. That growth transfers into relationships, negotiations, presentations, salary negotiations, leadership. That's why when I say even if YouTube never monetized, it can still compound value in other ways. Reason number 2, exposure therapy. YouTube can become one of the greatest healing journeys of your entire life. And I'm not exaggerating. Every time you press record, you train your nervous system that being seen is safe, that making mistakes is safe, that your voice deserves space, that you don't have to be perfect before you are worthy of being heard. Every video slowly deserves fear, fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of criticism, fear of not being enough. Little by little, you become freer. YouTube isn't just building a channel, it's rebuilding yourself. Reason number 3, building your personal brand. Building personal brand is one of the most high leverage investments you can make today. In a world where AI can replace so many skills, your reputation, your self-image, your perspective, your story becomes increasingly valuable. When AI makes creating content super easy, trust and authenticity become even more valuable than ever. It gives you career security. When you lose a job, your network, your audience, your reputation, it all remains yours. Because don't forget, YouTube is actually the second largest search engine in the world after Google. Building your personal brand slowly with baby steps can eventually put you in a place where you attract opportunities into your life instead of constantly chasing them. Your videos become an asset. Your content works for you 24/7. Opportunities come to you even months and years after you publish your video. Professionals who consistently share useful ideas and build credibility are often better positioned to attract opportunities than those who remain invisible. Eventually, building personal brand leads to creating multiple income streams. Reason number 4, confidence. Imagine this. Yesterday, you were just simply living your ordinary life. And today, your voice is heard on one of the biggest platforms in the world. Your message reaches people you never met. Different countries, different cities, different cultures. Someone smiles because of something you said. Someone feels less alone. Someone finally takes action because of your words. How could that not transform your confidence? Not because of views, but because you showed up for yourself. Reason number 5, your future self. This one is my favorite one. And this one is a real treasure. I'm just going to share with you a little bit of my personal story. For the last 12 months, I've done a big psychological work. I've done a lot of shadow work, integration, healing my inner child. I watched many of my old photos, my videos as a result of this deep inner work. And I imagined having a conversation with myself, with my version 10 or 16 years ago. And I imagined myself 10 or 16 years ago asking myself today, what would make you proud of me? And do you know what I would say? Not trying to be perfect, not trying to work harder or longer hours, definitely not trying to impress other people around you. What I would say is that I want to see you showing up for yourself. I want to see you investing into yourself. And what I definitely want to see is I want to see your videos. I want to hear your ideas. I want to hear your opinions. I want to see what you created. Because most people whose opinions we worry about today will most likely disappear from our lives. Or their opinions won't simply even matter for us, but what we create, what we invest in ourselves, it stays with us. So now I want you to imagine yourself 5 or 10 or 16 years from now, and what that future version of you would say. Will they thank you for finally starting? Or will they wish you had started sooner? Pause for a moment and think about that. And write down in the comments what your future version is going to tell you. And exactly the same you can exercise with your past version. Think about what would you be proud of? Would you be excited to watch your video today? The videos that you recorded 16 years from now. Would you be happy to do this? What advice would you give to your younger self if you could speak to them today? I genuinely love to hear your comments and your answers. So if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. The world doesn't need another perfect creator. The world needs more real people. People who are willing to grow, people who are willing to learn, people who are willing to share their authentic voice. Maybe thousands of people are gonna watch your videos. Maybe millions of people are gonna watch your videos. But none of that can happen until you press and record and publish your first video. So today, be brave enough to press record, because your future self can one day whisper to you and say, "Thank you so much for starting that when nobody was watching." See you in the next video.